You might have started an antidepressant because you wanted to feel like yourself again. And it might have worked in a lot of ways. Maybe you're functioning, showing up, getting through the day. But likely somewhere in that process, your desire disappeared, and probably nobody warned you that was coming. You might be wondering if now you have to choose between your mental health and your sex life, and that's pretty impossible. Here's what I want you to know before we go any further. That is not a choice that you have to make. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Diane Mueller, naturopathic doctor and doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine and a board-certified sexologist. And I help people get their desire back from a wide variety of losses, including loss of desire through antidepressants. So I want to make sure you know that you're not broken, you're not alone. Antidepressants are one of the most commonly prescribed drugs in the United States, and sexual side effects can be anywhere between 30 to 70% of people who take them, depending upon the medication and the study. So that number's obviously not small. That's really potentially millions of people that are quietly grieving over the loss of their desire. Well, nobody is telling them about it, and oftentimes they're talking to no one about it. I hear similar versions of this story over and over. People who are grateful their depression is managed, but devastated they feel nothing. Oftentimes in many areas, but oftentimes nothing also when their partner reaches for them. Not feeling annoyed, not tired, just nothing. And this emotional flatness around desire, it's really its own kind of loss. And it really needs to be taken seriously, not just for the impact on you, but also for the impact on your relationship. Much of the time, prescribers don't even bring this up. They tell you maybe there's other side effects, headaches or nausea, but oftentimes people are left in the dark about this. And what's interesting is the mechanism of what's happening when you're on many of these antidepressant drugs is deeper than just the loss of desire. It's touching the neurological pathways that are deeply connected to motivation, reward, and connection. So here's one thing to know is that most people think of antidepressants as serotonin medications, and they are, but desire is primarily a dopamine-driven experience. These are two different chemicals in your brain, serotonin and dopamine. And in many ways, serotonin and dopamine can have an inverse relationship in a lot of the brain's reward pathways. So a lot of times when we raise serotonin, which many of these drugs do, you will get a suppression of dopamine. The suppression of dopamine will then lower wanting, craving, and motivation. So it's not really a glitch in the medication. The medication's doing what it's designed to do. It just has downstream consequences that are not always explained to the public. So it's important to understand, and for your partner to understand, that this change of desire with the medication is not about how much you love your partner. It's not about how attracted you are to them. It's literally a neurochemical event. And that neurochemical event is creating your reward and your desire circuitry to just be running at a lower volume. So we need to make sure that partners understand that it's not about how much you love them or attracted to them. It's not a character flaw. It's just neurochemistry. One thing to know is that the drugs that fall in the class as SSRIs have to have higher rates of sexual dysfunction than SNRIs. So drugs, such as bupropion, for example, work on dopamine and norepinephrine, and so they have a lower rate of sexual side effects than many individuals. So definitely never change your medication without talking to your prescriber, but what I would do is look up your medication and look up what class it is. If it's in an S class and you are feeling numb or you're feeling a lack of desire, you might talk to your doctor about switching to the class of medication called an SNRI, which has lower amounts of these types of side effects. Now, there's integrative strategies you can do as well, and integrative strategies that oftentimes are used with SSRIs for sexual dysfunction that has been induced by these drugs. Now, always, of course, talk to your prescriber about this, but some ideas. One of the most exciting herbs is called maca. Maca has really been shown to improve sexual dysfunction and can work in many times with people that are on antidepressants. Acupuncture in particular, and acupuncture and exercise also play a really big role as well. There are other things that can also improve things, such as getting rid of food allergies, making sure your diet is clean. We do create a lot of these neurotransmitters in our gastrointestinal tract, so it is important that we have a healthy gut. And so making sure you are taking care of any food allergies or any problems in the gut is really essential. Now, when you came to this video, hopefully you were looking for a way to solve this type of challenge of being on these medications and experiencing a level of sexual dysfunction. You might be feeling that the medication took something from you that you can't get back. And I really hope you're leaving with something very different. I really hope you're understanding the mechanism, that you are not broken, your relationship is not broken. I hope this gave you some more language to use with your prescriber and one concrete thing you can do this week. It's not a willpower problem. It's not a relationship problem, and it's not a permanent sentence. It's really neurochemical. It's really physiological. So I would encourage you at this point to go to my website and to take my free quiz, my libido root cause quiz, which might tell you additional imbalances in your body that could not only be related to reasons for low sex drive, but potentially even reasons for depression. I also have a ton of free things to support your desire and support your relationship with your partner. So you can find all my free things as well as product discount on my website if you go to havehotsex.com. Now, all of these will be in the show notes. And if this video gave you something useful, I would really encourage you to subscribe, because I will continue to cover things such as how chronic stress rewires your hormonal system, how to communicate with your partner about sex, how to improve your relationship, how to bring novelty back into your long-term relationship, and how to continue to work with changing hormone levels and changing desire throughout life. It's a pleasure as always. I'm your libido doc. I'll see you next time.